and I believe you saw something in theaters.
I did. I saw The Running Man. And as much as I liked Frankenstein, I did not like The Running Man that much. Um, it is, I mentioned a few weeks ago that I watched the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was very cheesy and, um, you know, it seemed like a good concept that could be done way better. And I don't necessarily think they succeeded in doing it way better. All the things that were cheesy kind of stay cheesy in this, but actually become a little bit more cringy, I'd say. Um, I, I don't think Glenn Powell is a great actor, actually. I love him in Top Gun Maverick, but there were many times in this movie that I like him as a person too, but there were many times in this movie that I was just like, come on, I looked at my friend who I was with and I was like, that is just so cringy or so over the top. And there's good moments. I think at a point I realized that it's way more of a comedy than it is an action or thriller. And once I realized it's a comedy, I kind of liked it a little bit more. But then that third act just completely kind of goes off the rails in a way that like it's just like, why this doesn't really make much sense or isn't really that creative. And once the third act ended, I was like, yeah, this I didn't enjoy The Running Man. Yeah.
Was it a combination, or was it that Glenn wasn't good, or the material that he had to work with wasn't good, or was it a combination? Sounds like it was a combination.
Probably a combination. Probably a combination of the two. And that's the other thing is like I love Edgar Wright. We talked about Edgar Wright. It didn't feel like an Edgar Wright movie to me.
Hmm.
There was nothing in it that spoke to me like, oh, this is Edgar Wright. This is out there. This is super creative. It wasn't that to me. It felt like a stereotypical cheesy action comedy that I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Well, now that we've seen the studio, we know how executives could interfere with with directors. So maybe that exact scene that happened in the studio happened.
It's all Seth Rogen's fault, is what you're saying.
Yes, precisely.